Hello everyone, Dungeon Master 372 here, coming at you once again. Yes, that's right. You see me sitting here at this screen, and I regret to inform you that our last map got deleted. Unfortunately, after going over my permissions and my folders and everything, I realized that I really did not have certain mods in my mod pack and that I wanted to have in my mod pack, so I ended up reworking that, and in doing so didn't realize that I added so much world gen to my map that it corrupted the map and deleted it altogether. So we're having to create a new map, but which is not too bad. I can restart and get going again. So I wanted to go ahead and show you all that I pretty much went with the same kind of setup as last time. We named it, and we're naming it pretty much the same thing, but we're giving it a different seed. So we got Mystical Gardens 392014 as our world seed. We're generating structures, world type biomes, oh plenty. When we got the bonus chest on, just like we did last time, click done, create new world. Yeah, unfortunately, there was a few mods like Equivalent Exchange and a few other mods that I did not have added, and I also added a couple others called one is Magical Crops and the other one is Geostrata. So we're going to cover some of this stuff, but it'll just be whenever, I guess. Wow, it spawned me in water. Okay, let's check the map out from where we're at, I guess. Alright. No glitches so far. Pretty much the same place that we started out last time, which is cool. Let's see what we got in our little chest here. 4 smiths, that's cool. Some steel ingots, cool. And some wooden axe, more sticks, and some apples. Awesome. Now I think we can find us a place to get started again. See, which way do we want to go first? Well, I don't know if we want to go that way. Let's get ourselves a good view of what's around. Let's go on ahead and go this way. We want to get into a place that's going to have a good amount of sand and clay. Because first thing we're wanting to start out with is Tinker's Construct. So I'm going to spend some time trying to find a perfect spot, and look at that. We have ourselves another one of those badland biomes right up over here. So we're going to see if we can find a place close by. I'm going to stop the video and come right back as soon as I find us a place. Hello everyone, Dungeon Master 372 here, coming back at you. I know it was just an instant for you, but it was a little bit longer for me. I've been playing for a few hours now, getting us a place started. Gathered a few ores and stuff as well. I'm almost caught up to where we were from the last episode. I've got a little mine shaft here, but it's not quite down all the way down to bedrock yet, but we'll get there. Well, I've kind of dug myself into this hillside here. I've got some plans for building our base on top of there. Now, for the most part, I just came out here. Y'all saw some of that in the previous segment, and saw me coming out to an area similar to this. So we're kind of in the same type of biome, or nestled right up next to this little Badlands biome. And We have sand close by. We've got some clay, and we've got some gravel. Those are basic. If you watch the previous episodes, we've pretty much at the point of smelting down our ores in the smeltery, which we're getting ready to get to back to that point. I've already got my Tinkercraft table set up, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of do a brief overview on it, and then I will show you how to build the smeltery and get all of that stuff going. I'm going to have to get a few more things set up, I think, or do I have everything? Oh wait, actually, I wanted to show you the materials in UooPPss real quick. Just in case you missed the last episode or whatever. We got some basic patterns here, you know, your crafting recipes here that for your basic tables. And this is all in the Materials in UooPPss Volume 1. So it's the first book you get when you spawn in. So you'll want to read over this. It has the basic recipes for the blank pattern, which you'll need for other stuff. So you're going to need to make a lot of these, especially if you plan on getting started early on with Tinker's Construct. So you're going to need a lot of these, because all these other patterns for the different tables and stuff is going to need these. So yeah. So we got our blank patterns. We got our stencil table here, our part crafter pattern chest, and these two will need to be placed together, I believe. So you're going to want to place these close together so that way you have access to the chest via the table there, and you don't have to go searching. And here's the tool station right here, and then you can upgrade that tool station to the tool forge, which we're not quite to this point yet as far as our tool forge, but we're going to get there pretty quickly, because I'm thinking about doing that right away. So cool stuff there. And we got our drying rack here, and I really don't use the drying rack too much. Okay, so, and then these are other recipes that we'll probably use in the future, but we're not going to be using them for right now. Pretty cool stuff here. This is an interesting recipe. You're going to need that for the next part that we're going to go through. The grout and seared brick. You use this recipe to make grout. 1 sand, 1 clay, 1 gravel. So, which is why whenever I picked the Badlands biome, I was seriously looking for clay or for sand as well, somewhere close by, which I found that, and then I got some grout, or some gravel. So I was able to get this really quickly. So it's pretty cool a mod to start out with if you want to start out with that. And you cook up this grout to make the seared brick, but you're going to need it for all these recipes. Well, the ones that's included in here, and you'll need quite a few of them. So, and I'll show you the recipes for the rest of that here in a moment. But we're going to go ahead and cut video. I'm going to get a few more things together and be right back. And we're back. So, pretty much, we got everything ready to go now. I've been cooking up some seared brick for us. Okay, show you first basic recipe of the advanced stuff on Tinker's Construct. But you're going to want to make a few things. First off, we're going to make us a couple of these. We're going to need about 3 of those to start out with our first recipe, first upgrade recipe. So we're going to need 3 of those for the block irons. And what I usually do is, by that time I usually have a tool station already, so I'll break that up. Put the tools, wait, break this up. I'll go back over here to the crafting table here and put that in the middle. 4 of those like that, and 3 of these like that, and you got yourself an advanced tool forge. Now, cool thing about this, as compared to the old one, the old tool station, is that not only does it give you the basic items like these right here, it gives you these other ones as well. This is the sickle and the axe, wood axe here, and now this wood axe will cut down entire trees in one swipe, which is pretty cool. And you can craft these as you need them. Still, again, you're going to need a lot of blank patterns, which I swear I had some, but I guess I lost them whenever I broke that table up. I'm guessing. Because, oh wait, no, here they are. Okay, cool. So yeah. So to create these weapons and armor and the Tinker's Construct tools and weapons, you're going to have to use basic stencils. Now, a stencil table, you got to switch through your patterns, pick out the one that you want for whatever pattern, and then you got yourself a pickaxe, okay, or whatever you want. I'm going to do a few patterns for various things. Such as the tool rod pattern. And the tool binding. Now, what we do is we go to the part builder table, which is right over here. You see I've accessed the pattern chest here. That's why I was mentioning that you really want to place those together. So that way I could put my stencils into that table from here. So whenever I need to use a stencil, I can pull it out and place it in here with whatever item, and now I can have a stone tool rod. Okay, so that's the first thing. Next thing, we're going to create another part. And then another part. Then we take, once we're done creating our parts in the part builder, we're going to want to go over here to the tool forge or tool station, either one, whichever one you have at the time. We select our tool that we're trying to put together, put them together like so. Okay, since that's not working, so what we're going to have to do to alleviate that is we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is just like sticks. I don't know why it's not taking it. Maybe it's okay, maybe I did the wrong tool binding. That was the tough binding. So we're going to need just a regular tool binding. Alright, well, that's not a big deal. This tool binding is Okay. Okay. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to put this together in the part builder over here. We should be able to get it now. Stone binding, pickaxe. The cool thing about Tinker's construct tools is you can bring them over here and you see this little repair button, which is usually the default whenever you first open up the tool forge. So you can come in here, you can take your, let's go ahead and damage this pick a little bit. I'm going to break this out anyway eventually, so might as well go ahead and take care of that now. Now, what that does, okay, what this repair does is, let's go ahead and get us some cobble we'll put up in here. Okay. Since we have a stone tool that needs repaired, we put it in here and we have our material there and it will repair our item here. So now it's all repaired, and it doesn't matter how much you damage it, you'll still be able to repair it. On the more advanced tools, it's gonna, say for instance you have an iron pickaxe or you have a manual end pickaxe, you can bring the material and place it in here and it will repair for you, which is pretty cool. Now eventually you can get different enchantment or special modifications that you can add to your tool, and you can bring that over here and add it to your tool up here and to this slot up here, whatever. So yeah. Also, if you make it with alloys, it gives you different benefits as well. So that's pretty cool stuff to know. Now, the next thing I want to cover is the smeltery. Now, granted, I don't have any room set up just yet for it. I'm thinking about maybe making it out here. Maybe like right over in here somewhere. Which is fine. We can do that. I'm going to go ahead and pick out a spot right here. And this will be perfect. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and get started making our items. Okay, also, whenever you create your first stone, your seared brick block, it'll give you this mighty smelting book. And within this, it tells you about your alloys, the basic construction of the smeltery, and how much is basically needed to start. Now you could do like 10 seared brick, and I'm not sure if you can make this any wider than 3x3 at the base. So I'm not sure. We could probably experiment on that, but I don't think it'll work that way. So we're just going to go with the small one. So right now we're needing at least 9 of the seared bricks. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Okay, now that's all we need for the base. Now we can do random different things, but for right now I'm going to get some glasses. I do want to make some windows. Let's see how much. Okay, we got enough. Throw in a stack of sand. Now I've got this set up as an automated system here, so I can put items up into the chest here. It filters down into the hopper, filters down into the furnace, and then whenever it's done smelting, it kicks out the glass into this hopper, and then it takes it. That hopper takes it into this chest. So that's pretty neat. This is pretty simple. For the hopper, okay, let's go ahead and do the hopper. And I also want to show you another thing too. Hopper. Okay, hopper recipe. It's just like that. 5 iron with the chest in the middle. Get you that. And the grindstone. The grindstone's pretty cool. When you open it up, you can place any ores that you have. And this is a simple way of getting started, doubling your ore output. Can be made pretty quickly in game. Let me go ahead and get that recipe up for you. You're going to need 3 nether quartz, which is pretty common found. But when you break up the quartz block, it gives you quartz and then the quartz dust as well. So that's pretty cool. Now, let me show you this because there's not a lot of difference between the different textures of the stone and the cobblestone. So yeah, it's not all just one stone. You got to use stone here, and you got to use cobblestone here. So you got to be able to do that, and then you got a wood gear. So pretty simple. Also, you'll need to make a crank for it as well, and the recipe is right here. So any stick or bamboo or cane can be used to make the stick, and that's the recipe right there. So cool stuff there. And once you have the crank installed, when you open it up, it gives you this little GUI menu here. You place your ores in here, they get ground up here, and then your ores get placed here. And it works similar to a pulverizer, and it'll just smash it down into dust, and then you take that dust over here and have it smelted in here. For each ore you get 2 dust, which is pretty cool. So yeah, awesome stuff. Alright, now let's see if we have enough glass. I don't think we have enough. Well, I'm going to pause the video and speed along the production of glass and get back with y'all here in just a few moments. Okay, and we're back. When I left you, we was working on cooking up some glass. We've got more than enough ready for what we're going to need, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got enough glass, I believe, to do 10. Which we use this recipe here. Okay. And then we use, I believe it's 6 on the outer edges. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and get it All that done, and then so we got our seared windows, we got our seared brick, and we're going to need a few more seared brick. So we're going to go ahead and create some more seared brick real quick. That should give us more than enough that we need. Our next one that we're going to need to make is this recipe right here. We're going to need a faucet. All these recipes, by the way, can be found here. And we're going to need a smeltery drain. Or smeltery first. We can do that. Roll here, right here. Smeltery controller. A smeltery table. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of this stuff away that I don't need. Should have already done that, but let's see. Let's go ahead and put these bindings and stuff that we're not using in here. Go ahead and put the iron. I don't think I'm going to need any more of that right now. Put that back in there. Okay, I think put this stone shard, I guess, over here as well. Place the flint in there. My cactuses go in there. Alright, so we've got our smeltery controller. And I think there's another. Right there, smeltery drain. So we got our smeltery controller. We're going to need 2 drains, and we're going to need 2 faucets. So let's go ahead and make another drain. Two faucets. So we got two smeltery drains. A casting table and 1 casting basin, which the recipe is right here. It should be pretty simple. It's the opposite of the casting table there. And I think that shall do us for the time being. We're going to build this thing up a couple of levels to get us started. And I think that'll be it for the video. Yeah, because we're getting close to that wrapping up spot. So, go ahead and place this seared brick down here, just like so. Now, this is a multi-block structure, what's called a multi-block structure. So you're going to have all these blocks into place at least, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're going to go ahead and start out with a smeltery controller. I like to keep my smelter controllers right in the center, so I'll place that right there. As well, we're going to need I usually like to have a few windows. We're going to also need to make one more thing, because I forgot. Just one moment, guys, and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, everyone, and I'm back. I got all the stuff needed for the next recipe. One that I forgot to show you all. But this is for the seared tank, which you'll need 1 piece of glass, and everything else needs to be seared brick. Just like that. And you have yourself a smeltery drain, or a smeltery tank. So you have to have at least 1 of those. We're going to go ahead and make 1 more. And there we go. And there. So just to wrap up real quick here, I want to show you all the basic structure, which is what I've got here. Just needed the tank, right there. We can put both of those tanks there. And I needed more windows. Alright, let me go get some more windows real quick. Wait. And there we go. And then we're going to go ahead and put the rest of this together, and we should be good to go. I think we only needed 2 more of these. We need 1 more. Shoot. But this is the basic setup. This is not... You can keep going up. I wanted to show you the multiple levels, which right now only 1's showing because we have to close this other area off right here. But once we close that off, it'll expand. So yeah, and this is basically what you need. Now, in order to actually smelt anything, you're going to have fill this tank up here with some lava, and you should be good to go from there. So yeah, good stuff. Also, let's go ahead and place that and this. We're going to need a casting basin and a casting table. I'm going to put my table over here on this side, so that way you could drain your stuff there. Eventually I'll get a chest and place it over here, so that way I can have my casts and stuff. So yeah. And this is pretty cool because now you can add your irons and your metals to your tools as well. That's all the time that we have time for the video today. I hope you all enjoyed what you watched here today, and thanks for joining us. And if you liked the video, please click like and subscribe. And if there's any questions or anything, please feel free to comment. Also, feel free to check out the links that are in the description below. Some good information there, and more up-to-date stuff with what's going on with my mod pack and whether or not I'm going to have it approved or not. So yeah, feel free to check that out. And I hope to see y'all enjoying the mod pack that I'm about to present to you guys. I hope to see y'all soon, eventually, maybe on my SSP server eventually, whenever I do get that up. So feel free to check that out. Awesome, guys, and like always, have a good one.